Pokemon Celebrations has been exploding in price right now, and I think it's a little stupid. Let's discuss it in today's video.
What an idiot!
Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is VMAT. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining in at all the talks and discussions we have on the channel. Let's talk about Celebrations. Obviously, Celebrations is a set that's been going up a lot, and there's been a lot of YouTubers who've talked about this very set as well. But the reason why I think it's a little dumb is because this, out of all the sets that I remember during the Sword and Shield era, this is probably one of the easiest accessible sets you could find. You could literally find it everywhere. No one really wanted it at all, but for some reason right now it is skyrocketing, and I think that's also a bad sign, showing how, insane the Pokemon market is right now. There's a lot of speculators now, a lot of investors who are trying to target specific sets, and why I also think this is a little bit odd, maybe a little premature as well, because this is like, what, 5 years old, 4.5 years old at this point. Do you know that Costco still has those massive collection boxes, the ones that have the reprints in there as well, like the Charizard and Blastoise and other cards? So you have these boxes sitting there that no one wants. People are buying Pokemon cards like crazy, but for some reason these are, it's a set full of reprints and no one wants it. But for some reason, Celebrations is so hot right now. It's just, I don't know, it's just really random, and maybe that's one of the reasons why, is because the randomization in the packs makes it a little more like gambling, feel a little bit more like gambling, and actually is a little more exciting for people than just buying a collection box and knowing exactly which cards you're getting in every single box. But I just think it's funny that you have very similar cards just sitting there right now on pallets at Costco untouched. No one wants them, but for some reason, Celebrations is popping off. What a crazy time to be alive with the Pokemon market right now. Let's discuss it and talk about some sealed product, and also talk about the most expensive singles right now and how much they've risen in price over the last 3 months. Let's start off with the most expensive Celebrations product, and that is the Ultra Premium Collection right now. It's actually sitting at $717.96. It's climbed 55.43% over the last 3 months, and there's been a decent amount of them sold right now. 95 of these were sold over the last 3 months, so there is a lot of demand, surprisingly, but maybe a lot of it is driven by speculation or manipulation. You let me know your thoughts about that down in the comment section. Now, the Celebrations Elite Trainer Box, I still have one of these in my collection. I guess I'm glad I didn't sell it, though. I don't know. We'll see if these prices hold in maybe 3 or 4 months from now, if the Pokemon market does actually start to soften. So as you guys can see, it's sitting at $265.35 right now. It's up by 89.43% over the last 3 months, with 331 of them being sold. These were everywhere at Walmarts, literally everywhere at Walmarts. And now all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, $265. So I'm trying to think Canadian wise, that's almost $350 Canadian for these. That just blows my mind. You can find them for like $70 Canadian at one point when these were released. So the Pikachu figure one as well, very bulky, awkward to ship as well, I will say. A lot of these were broken down, for the figure in the packs, and then the promos as well. Very bulky, but it's sitting at $105.29 right now. It's risen by 7.26% over the last 3 months. So again, harder to ship, so harder to sell, and that's probably one of the reasons why this one hasn't exploded in price the way that some of the other sealed product has from Celebrations. And there's only 28 of them sold on TCG Player. So again, probably the least in demand out of all of the sealed products, just because of how big, awkward, and bulky it is. Though I think in the future, it probably will be pretty expensive, because a lot of them were open up to be broken down for packs and stuff and get the promos in there. But I don't know. You leave your thoughts about that down below as well, if you agree or disagree. We have the Celebrations Pikachu V Union box, another one that was everywhere. It's sitting at $104.44 right now. It's up by 24.44% over the last 3 months, with 19 of them being sold. So not that many of these being sold. Looks like the Elite Trainer boxes are probably the hottest from all the sealed product from Celebrations. Next up is the Collector Chest right here. It's sitting at $95.40. It's up by 48.55%, with 134 of them sold over the last 3 months. We have the V Memories Special Collection box from Celebrations. This one is sitting at $88.58. It's up by 14.95% over the last 3 months, with 36 of them being sold on TCG Player. Then we have another Pikachu V Union Celebrations box. This one is the smaller one, and it's sitting at $87.69, and it's up by 21.42% over the last 3 months, with 91 of them being sold. We have the Pokemon Celebrations tin, the Lance's Charizard one. This one is sitting at $83.07, and it's up by 19.11% over the last 3 months, with only 6 of them being sold. So as you guys can see, as we go through these, some of them are just not as in demand as other products, and there could still be some manipulation going on, which I think there might be, but you, again, like, leave your thoughts. I want your opinions as well down below in the comment section. Now we have the Celebrations Lance's Charizard V Celebrations box right here, sitting at $76.84, and it's up by 29.03% over the last 3 months, with 109 of these being sold on TCG Player. And then we have the Dark Sylveon V Celebrations tin right here, sitting at $71.62. It's up by 29.84% over the last 3 months, with only 3 of them being sold. So clearly these tins were a little more, not necessarily sought after, but harder to find. And it is true. For me personally, I barely saw any of these tins out in the wild, so maybe they are a little more difficult to find. Some of the other things on the list, like the V-Union Pikachu box and just the Elite Trainer boxes, those were so easy to find. They were everywhere, which is funny because they're rising the most out of all these products. And we have the Dark Sylveon V Celebrations box right here, sitting at $71.30 right now. It's up by 13.29%, with 56 of them being sold on TCG Player. And then we have the Zacian Level X pin collection box right here, sitting at $60.74, and it's up by 11.23%, with 35 of them being sold on TCG Player over the last 3 months. Now, I think, one more product, and then we're going to talk about some of the singles. This is the Charizard V Celebrations tin, the Lance's Charizard, and it is sitting at $52.28 right now. It's up by 20.85% over the last 3 months, with 30 of them being sold. Do we have one more? No, we do. We have one more. It's the Dark Sylveon V Celebrations tin. It is sitting at $49.92 right now, with 32.66% increase over the last 3 months, with 20 of them being sold. Now, let's talk about some of these singles here. We have the Birthday Pikachu Celebration card from the Classics collection. It's crazy. I swear I have so many of these as well. Actually, let's change it. I think for some reason it's on the lightly played. Near mint right here. There we go. $19.41. I used to find these in bulk all the time when I'd buy collections or just like random bulk lots at Goodwill, because these were not seen as collectible at all. People, they're abundant. There's so many of them. And now to see the price at like $20 essentially is kind of crazy. It's up by 73% as well over the last 3 months, with 1,314 of them being sold on TCG Player. I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts. I feel like that's a little bit of manipulation here. It's a cool card, but my God, that price increase is just wild. Next card here is the Zechrom from Celebrations. This one is sitting at $19.59, so roughly about $20 as well, and it's up by 35.20%. This was a little harder to pull, I feel like, than that Pikachu, and there was 734 of these sold on TCG Player over the last 3 months. Next single here is the Shining Magikarp from Celebration, sitting at $27.77. It's up by 55.49% over the last 3 months. And again, this is another card I used to find in my bulk. Seriously, this is a really easy card to pull relative to the amount of packs that were open. There's a lot of Celebrations that are open. Remember, those packs, they only came with like 4 or 5 cards, right? People are cracking them like crazy a few years ago. And this card right now is obviously having a real impact on TCG Player, the amount of sales. There's 522 of them sold over the last 3 months. A lot of demand. A lot of strange demand, in my opinion. We have the Mew Secret Rare from Celebrations, the Gold Mew. This one I have not pulled. I actually do think this one was relatively hard to pull compared to anything in Celebrations. I think it was even harder to pull than the Charizard, but I might be wrong on that. That's just the way I felt based on all the Celebrations I've opened. Now, this card is sitting at $38.12 right now. It's up by 26.06% over the last 3 months, with 395 of these cards sold on TCG Player. And we've got the Mega Rayquaza EX, another card that was very hard to pull. I don't think I pulled this card at all, so at least from an anecdotal perspective, it was really hard to pull. It's sitting at $54.74 right now, and it's up by 162.36%, or no, 16% over the last 3 months, and 538 of these were sold on TCG Player. Now we got the Umbreon right here. This was a promo card as well. The Gold Star Umbreon, it's sitting at $53. Nope, it's not sitting at, nope. What am I talking about? Let's talk about the near mint one. Okay, it's sitting at $63.14 right now, and it's up by 68.19% over the last 3 months, with 567 of them being sold on TCG Player. And of course, the most expensive card is obviously going to be the Charizard. Let's switch this one right now to the near mint. And as you can see, it's over $100 right now, $105.53 for this card on TCG Player, and it's up by 18.20% over the last 3 months, with 255 of these being sold on TCG Player. So not as much of these being sold on TCG Player. And again, you can find a card just like this, maybe different hollow pattern, it doesn't have that stamp, in that massive collection box at Costco's that you can find, which is crazy, because that's like half the price of the whole box. And you're getting like this card, and obviously it's a little cheaper right now on TCG Player for the one from that big collection box. But this is just crazy. This is what's going on right now with the Pokemon hobby. Unbelievable. You leave your thoughts about this down below in the comment section. Do you think the demand for this set is real, or do you think it's just a bunch of fake FOMO? Leave your thoughts about it down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.